Well, hello everybody and happy Tuesday. This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com, and I'm joining you tonight to bring you this beautiful kind of Christmas card. That's why I put Christmas in July ? Because I had intended to make it a Christmas card, but it's like 95 degrees here, and at the last minute I just decided to put regular words on it instead of Christmas words. So if you want to make this card and make it Christmas, you could just change the words to anything you like. But I just decided to make it kind of a, you can use it now card instead of Christmas in July. But it's basically kind of a Christmas card or all occasion or masculine or whatever you want to make it. But I was making a card the other day. I did a video about a week and a half ago maybe. And it was this one right here. The winner was Marsha Freeman. And Marsha, I haven't heard from you yet. So it was this card right here, and I got a lot of comments about it, and I just started playing around with the foil today after work, and I came up with this card. So I was playing around. We only have gold and copper right now. So I did a gold one and I did a copper one, and the gold one matched our Expressions in Ink paper perfectly. So I went ahead and went with the gold, and I meant to check before I came online to see if that was in yet, because it was supposed to come in this week. So hopefully that paper is in. I forgot to check though, but hopefully it is. Let me get my computer going and see if anybody's on. Hey Sharon. All right, we got one person. And hopefully a few more people will join us in the next few minutes. And let me get my paper straighter. All right, so a couple things to get out of the way. First, like I just said, Marsha, you won this card, so make sure you email me with your address. And another winner for today is Sherry Andrews. You won this card, the one that I did with the white craft ink, and that's one of my favorite cards I just did. So you guys just send me your address, I'll send you the cards. All the card winners from so far in the last week or so went out in the mail today. So if you have been a winner and you have not received your card and it wasn't like in the past week, let me know, because everybody should have gotten their cards already, except for the last couple, maybe 3 or 4 people, and those went in the mail today. So let me show you what you need for this card. You need the Evergreen Forest 3D Embossing Folder, which is this one. And I just love it. I got this last year. And so we're using this one. And then also we're using the Beauty of Friendship stamp set, which is a brand new stamp set. And I hadn't used this yet. I was intending to do this card with the paper that goes with this. And then I was looking at the gold and I said, oh, this would really be pretty with that gold right there already in it. So that's what I ended up doing. So that's what we're making today. So let me tell you exactly what kind of paper products you need. So we're going to start with a lot of Just Jade. We've got 5.5 by 8.5 Just Jade, 4 by 5 1/4 Just Jade. Let me make this flatter. There you go. And then we've got 5 1/4 by 2, the designer paper Expressions in Ink. Another piece of Just Jade, 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. A piece of the gold foil, I'll put that over here, 4 by 2 1/2. And a little piece of white, 1 by 2 3/4. And 9 inches of the ribbon. And this is the, what color is it? Soft Succulent. It's not Just Jade, but look at how much it matches. It just goes perfect with that. So I went ahead and used it, but it's really Soft Succulent. And you're going to see a cool trick that I'm going to do with the ribbon that I saw from another demonstrator. I think it was Tammy Wilson. She's an artisan demonstrator, and I saw a card that she made the other day, and she cut this ribbon, and it looked so cool, so I had to try that. So that's what we're going to do. So let me get all these off of here, and we'll get started. All right, so first thing we're going to do is emboss this, and I've already done it ahead of time because well, actually I could have brought, no I couldn't, because it wouldn't fit in the mini one, but my die cutting machine is in my kitchen on the counter, and it was too big to bring in here because my desk is, this is the only free space I have right here in this little teeny spot. So you're going to put this in your embossing folder, and I wanted it to be just a little bit of bare spot at the top. You can put it anywhere on here you like, you know, move it around. I did actually two at a time, so I put two next to each other and just put them a little bit above that, and I put another one right here. And then run it through the embossing folder. Make sure your Stampin' Up is facing up or it will emboss the wrong side. So you want the Stampin' Up on top. And then when you run it through, it will come out like this. So it starts flat, comes out like this. Oh, and also, since it's a 3D folder, you need this specialty platform. So all you need is just this, the basic platform, and then, what did I say? The specialty cutting pad, not platform. So these are the only two things you need with your embossing folder. And then what I did was the same thing I did with my last one. I took the sanding block, and you could just leave it like this and it's totally fine, but I thought sanding it really looked cool. So what we're going to do is just sand this down a little bit, and it turns white, so it looks kind of like there's snow on the trees. I know I probably should turn my microphone down for this because it's probably loud. But this is just a sanding block you can get anywhere. We used to sell them at Stampin' Up, but now we don't, so you can just get it at a nail supply place or Walmart or anywhere you can buy nail files. They're usually right there. So you can sand it as much as you want, and it'll take off that gold foil and leave white. So then it looks like snow, kind of, or distressed. And you could keep going. The more you do it, the whiter it's going to get. And then we're going to stamp on this piece right here. The one that is, this is 4 by 5 1/4. Let me get a little piece of scrap paper. And we're going to stamp, let me just take one piece. This is my Stamparatus scrap paper. And we're going to be using Just Jade. That's the only ink pad I brought. And for some reason I got ink all around the edges, so hopefully I don't get it on my paper. All right, and I just want to get this pattern down the edge. I know I've got this totally crooked now. All right, so we're going to just stamp off and then just stamp right here on the edge. And it doesn't matter that it's not going the right way, because you're just going to see that pattern. You're not really going to see which way the tree is going. So we're just stamping right down the edge here. And then I'm going to do a little bit more on this way to kind of fill in the gaps. And this part's not going to show. But I want to just kind of cover all that space there. All right, so now we've got that pattern of a tree in there. And also we're going to do one on the inside of the card. So on the inside of our card, we're just going to do one right here at the bottom. Oh, thanks, Sharon. And move it over a little bit, stamp again. So you kind of have two little trees there. And then we're done with that. And then we want to do our words. But I've got this punch called Treasured Tags, Pick-a-Punch. This is a new punch. And I cut this paper an inch longer than I really need, because what happens when you put it through the punch, it's going to take about a 1/2 inch off either end. So I measured my paper. This is 2 3/4, but it comes out 1 3/4 right here. So from end to end right there is 1 3/4, but I started with a piece 2 3/4. So make sure you cut your paper an inch longer than you need. So I'm going to put it all the way down in here as far as it'll go, and you can see it at the other end right in there, and just punch it. And then I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing on the other end. I cut this just a smidge, I think, too wide, because it's 1 inch and mine's probably like 1 and like a teeny millimeter past that. All right, so we're going to punch that end. So now we get our punch, and then we're going to stamp it. And since we've got photopolymer, you can see right through it. So you can get it right centered on there. Hopefully my head's not sticking in the camera right now. I could have done it just a little bit smaller, but I wanted a little bit of room on either side. And then I'm going to put a little bit of sprinkles on here. Just a little bit. Whoops. It kind of came with me. All right, so I've got a little bit of sprinkles, and then I'm going to sponge a little bit on here. So it's not just stark white. Just give it a little bit of color. And there you go. And then also, when we put this together, we're going to put, let me get this out of the way. So we're going to put this piece down first, but I didn't want this much yellowness to it. That was just like too much yellow. So what I did was I kind of toned it down a little bit. So I just took it and took the ink to it and just added a little bit more green. So now it's just going to be toned down just a little bit so it's not as yellowy. Hey, Deborah. All right, so we're just putting some ink on here just to make it a little bit more green instead of yellow green. And it just tones it down. It was just too yellow, which is fine for some cards, but I really wanted this one to be more green. All right, so then we're going to put this down onto our back piece, and I'm going to use my green glue. It was so hot today. I was working all day, but I had to go out in the parking lot for a minute to take something to a patient who couldn't get out of their car. And I'm telling you what, it was hot. Ugh. And then I had to go to my car after work, and it was so hot. And I'm supposed to go peach picking Thursday, so I'm hoping it's going to cool down a little bit. And this is just a sliver too long, so I'm going to trim it. Okay. All right, so there's that piece, and then I wanted to sponge this a little bit too, because I wanted it to contrast a little bit to the piece behind it, because it's the same color. So I just wanted, I mean, I really don't have to, but I think it'll look better if I just sponge the edges. So I'm just going to take the brush, go right down the edge. So this is called flecking. We used to have sponges to do this, but they got rid of the sponges. You can use a sponge dauber, but I love these brushes. And I did look for the brushes the other day, and it said they are not going to be until I think July 25th or something. Sometime at the end of the month, which is a long time to wait, but hopefully they'll be in. And as soon as they come in, you guys better order about 5 or 6 packs of them, because I guarantee you they're going to sell out again. And that's what I'm going to do. All right, so then you get all around the edges like that, and we're going to put it together. So we've got, this is going to go on here, and we're going to use dimensionals. And I'm going to put a bunch on there, like 9. I know some of my customers are probably choking right now because they're like, oh my God, Lisa only ever uses like 4. But I just decided I want this to really pop up and not sink in at all. So I'm going to use a bunch. And let's just peel them off. You can cut them in half too if you want. I do that all the time. But I just wanted this to pop up really nice. Thursday is supposed to rain. I know. I'm going to go first thing in the morning, so I'm hoping it's not going to rain till after I get done. I'm going to go as soon as they open at 9 o'clock. So hopefully it'll hold off until I go. But it's supposed to cool off. So I'm hoping it won't be so hot. All right, then we're going to back this on the other piece of Just Jade. I'm sitting in my pajamas right now. I'm glad y'all can't see what I look like. One of these days I'll get my camera working so I can figure out how to turn it to myself and then turn it down right without flipping it upside down. And then you can see me. But I need to lose some weight too. Lisa only uses pieces. All right, hush, Deborah. I'm being more generous now. You can have 4 dimensionals next time you come. All right, so there you go. Nice and glued down. And I'm going to put this down flat, but I want to put the ribbon on first. And I forgot, we do need one more piece of ribbon besides that piece I said. So you need a little piece to go right around it. And that would be, let's see, about 4 inches. And just put that right, maybe 2/3 of the way down. And we're just going to tape that on. And hopefully get it straight. Nope, it's a little bit crooked. I made a quesadilla for dinner tonight, chicken quesadilla. It was so good. But now I'm so full. Oh my gosh. I feel sick. But I was so hungry. We were so busy at work today, I didn't have time to eat lunch. So I was so hungry when I got home. I just had to like wolf it down. All right, so we're gonna put this a little bit to the right. Like that. All right, and then here's my ribbon tricks. So this is the ribbon we're using, the soft succulent. Look, I've almost finished this roll. I've gone through like 3 or 4 of these rolls already. So it's sheer, what is it called? Open weave ribbon. It's sheer in the middle and then like satiny on the edges. So what I saw this other demonstrator do, and I'm pretty sure it was Tammy Wilson. If not, I'm sorry if I said the wrong name. All right, so what she did was she cut it right down the middle, or as close as you can get it. And it's harder than it looks to get it straight. You got to kind of hold it tight, both ends, and then just go straight down the middle. And you got to have some sharp scissors. If your scissors are not sharp, it's really not going to work. So this will give you 2 pieces that are thinner, and they've got the little fray edge on them, but that's okay. All right, so then what you're going to do is tie a bow and just hold them together and tie your bow. And hopefully mine will come out good. I had to try a couple times with the last one because I kept getting hung up with this middle part. And usually I'm a really good bow tire, but for some reason, I don't know, it's just harder with these 2 pieces, but it comes out now. See, I just messed up. All right, let's try it again. It's just hard to get both pieces in there together, but it really makes a pretty bow. Oh my God, what is wrong? Deborah, stop laughing. I see you. All right, we're going to get it this time. Come on. All right. What is the matter? I'm all thumbs tonight. Okay, here it comes. Oh, there we go. All right. Then you're just going to pull it to the center a little bit. It is harder when it's both of these pieces together. They don't want to cooperate as much as just one piece. All right, I should have had one pre-done for you. All right, it's pretty good. We'll just put a little bit, pull a little bit tighter. There we go. Okay, now that I've butchered that ribbon. Okay, so it comes out really cool looking because you get like a double bow here. Now that I've shredded it to pieces. Poor ribbon. It's been abused. All right, so let me get a glue dot. Oh, hey Diane, thank you. I'm so glad you liked it. You missed me messing up on here. You missed the comedy show. All right, we're gonna put it on the back of the knot and then put it on here. All right, so then, see how pretty that looks? Even though it took me a little extra time, it looks so pretty. I love it. All right, then we've got our words here. We're going to put these on with dimensionals, but it's going to kind of go over top of this a little bit. So I only want dimensionals on the bottom half. So we're just going to use 2 on the bottom. And then peel them off. And put it right here in the middle. So the dimensionals are kind of hanging off the edge. Whoops, that's really crooked. That's close. Okay, there we go. And then let your ribbon just kind of hang over that. And if you want to, like I said at the beginning, this could be a Christmas card. So if you want to have a Christmas card, just change that to a Christmas saying. And the only thing we really could use on here was some Winkostella, but I didn't bring any. So we're just going to have to stop there. So I hope you like that. Don't forget, we are having a designer series paper sale. This one is not on it, unfortunately. All the ribbon, all the papers on sale except for the specialty ones. That laugh was for the dimensions. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm glad I had you laughing tonight. All the papers on sale except for the designer, not the designer, what is it called? Specialty paper. So this one and what's the other one? There's one other one that has golden, it's got the golden copper and stuff on it. I can't remember the name of it. But those are the only two that are not on sale, and the 6x6 is not on sale. But all the rest of the 12x12 regular ones are on sale at 15% off. So most of them are $9.78. And that's good for the whole month. This is the host code for July. So if you want to order, just go to stampingwithlisa.com. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you like, share, and subscribe and do all that good stuff for me. And I'll keep bringing you videos 2 or 3 times a week at least. And don't forget to leave a comment because you can win this card. And I've already given away, I think, about 70 cards so far. So since I started doing this. So thanks you guys for watching. Thanks for leaving nice comments. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll be back Thursday with another video. And I'll let you know if I go peach picking. So hopefully I'll get to go and make some jam and peach cobbler and some other good stuff. But anyway, you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.